everybody. My name is Henry Chidgey, and welcome to my Wednesday morning memo, Leadership Videos. I believe that the Henry Chidgey leadership method, with a foundation built on trust, respect for all, integrity, doing what you say, and purpose, what I refer to as TRIP, can and does contribute tremendously to create a world and workplaces that will benefit us all. Thank you for being part of making that vision a reality. What I would like to share with you today is a portion of content of my soon-to-be released, self-paced, online leadership course for you and your team. My goal with this course is to share the essence of my leadership method to many more folks at a very low cost. This online self-paced course will be a low-cost, high-value offering that can be affordably shared throughout any organization. It is for leaders, managers, potential leaders, supervisors, and foremen. It allows all of them to learn the basic building blocks of great leaders everywhere. Access is easily available through any web browser, smartphone, computer, etc. What follows is the content that comes from a couple of lessons of my Being a Likeable Boss course. I'm going to start with lesson 34, and there are 62 lessons total in this course, and this one's entitled Calming a Storm. If you're successfully engaging your employees, it is inevitable that small conflicts will arise. While it might be tempting to see these conflicts as a negative, and in truth, if they are allowed to rage out of control, they will have negative effects. The fact that people are engaged enough, though, to get angry or tense shows that they are employing their creative energies, and that, believe it or not, is a positive. Let me repeat that. It is important. When your folks are engaged enough to be angry, that is positive. However, when tempers flare, it takes a calm leader to be the eye of the storm and channel that energy in positive ways or calming so that employees can function productively. Here are 6 action items for you to successfully navigate being the eye of the storm. First, always address conflicts from a place of calm. You may have to take a time out or allow others to take a time out from their own anger. Try to do so from a place of empathy and understanding. Absolutely avoid calling out employees in front of others. For example, when 2 employees are in conflict with each other, send one of them on a break or go to lunch or something else while you discuss the situation with the other. Be sure and give each employee the chance to tell their side of the story, and make sure you listen a lot more than you talk. Second, when you speak to your employees about conflicts, make sure you're specific and that you address the issue in terms of behavior and not in terms of the employee's character traits. Third, discuss how the conflict affects the rest of your team, but avoid doing so with an accusatory or make wrong type of tone. Allow employees to give you their understanding of what caused the conflict rather than identifying the cause yourself. Fourth, additionally, allow employees to suggest solutions for resolving the conflict. If necessary and appropriate in the moment, act as a mediator between 2 employees who've had a conflict with each other. However, when doing so, make sure everyone can address each other from a place of calm and mutual respect. Fifth, allow everyone involved to agree upon the appropriate action to take in order to restore the peace. And then finally, and most importantly, communicate from a place of mutual respect for all parties involved. Often in the aftermath of a conflict, the parties that participated may feel either embarrassment or they may feel resentment towards the other parties involved. Help to restore the sense of mutual respect by you treating all parties with the same degree of respect, regardless of any perception or judgment by you of who had the highest level of fault or culpability in the conflict. Okay, now from the next lesson, titled Adult versus Parent. One idea that comes to us from psychological approach of transactional analysis is that when people interact with each other, they tend to slip into preformed scripts based on how they have experienced authority from authority figures when they were children. These scripts can frequently allow people to engage in escalating behaviors that create vicious cycles of conflict that does nobody any good. Transactional analysis recognizes three primary styles of behavior in social interactions. The first style of behavior is called the child. A person's need to escape responsibility can cause them to slip into child mode, where they can act dismissive and rebellious. People operating in child mode often ignore other people's criticisms and maintain an attitude that they are going to do what they want, regardless of how anybody else feels. Another style of behavior is called the parent. When someone feels a need to assert control over a situation, often in a case where they feel powerless or afraid, they may slip into parent mode. From the sound of it, you might think this is an example of where someone has adopted the voice of reason. But frankly, much more often than not, it is the voice of authority, and not a very reasonable authority at that. If you have ever experienced someone talking to you as if you were a child, that parent was most likely operating in parent mode. The third style of behavior is called the adult. The ideal mode to operate in is adult mode. Those who operate from this mode are concerned with reality as it is, rather than disregarding reality like someone might do who is operating in child mode, or trying to control reality like someone operating in parent mode. Then I go on to teach more about how to move folks from child or parent mode to adult. For a limited time, I'm offering a 1-month free trial of my initial course. If you're interested in learning more, just email me at leadership@henrychidgey.com and put "Being a Likeable Boss" in the subject line and tell me a little about yourself. I'll get back with you shortly. It would be helpful, but not required, if you give me a phone number to call. The call will come from me personally, I promise. Thanks. The Henry Chidgey leadership method I teach is built on 4 pillars of virtue: trust, respect for all, integrity, do what you say you'll do, and purpose. Please consider making that your style of leadership. It's gentle on you and your people. It's also ruthless on the challenges that you and they face. You will then be able to make an uplifting difference in the world, I promise. As an added bonus, you will make more money, have more time, and feel a lot more satisfied. I would appreciate your feedback and comments. Would love to hear your story of your leadership journey and answer any questions you may have. Just email me at leadership@henrychidgey.com. Thank you for your listening, and remember, leadership does matter.